The steam clung heavy to the air in the girls' locker room. Water hissed from the overhead showers, laughter bouncing off the tiled walls. Most students had already left after gym class, but Elena Rivera, 19, lingered in the far stall, rinsing sweat and chalk from her skin after a brutal training drill. Elena was not like the other girls. She kept to herself, spoke little, and had an intensity that unsettled people. She wasn't rude, just different. Her dark hair, always tied in a tight braid, and her sharp, watchful eyes seemed more at home on a soldier than a college freshman. Across the hall, 3 boys, Jason, Mark, and Ryan, swaggered into the connected showers meant for the male athletes. Jason, the ringleader, smirked when he noticed Elena through the foggy divider. "Hey,
Rivera!"
he shouted, voice echoing. "What's the matter? Too scared to shower with the lights on?" The other 2 chuckled. Elena ignored them. She was used to whispers. Ever since she transferred to this small college, rumors had followed her, that she was weird, too intense, maybe even damaged. Jason wasn't satisfied with silence. He strutted closer, towel slung carelessly around his waist. "Bet she hides back there 'cause she's got nothing worth looking at. What do you think, boys? Should we check?" But Mark laughed nervously, but Ryan egged him on. "Yeah, she acts all tough in the gym, but probably just a scared little girl." In one sudden movement, Jason yanked Elena's towel from the rack. The fabric fell, leaving her bare as steam curled around her body. The boys expected panic. They expected screams, but what they saw instead made their faces blanch. There, between her shoulder blades inked in stark black lines, was a crest, a fierce eagle clutching a dagger, circled by Latin words they couldn't read. Even through the fog, the emblem was unmistakable, the Special Forces crest. Elena turned slowly, her gaze unflinching, her voice low and steady. "You think this is funny?" she asked, her tone more chilling than any scream. Jason stammered, his bravado cracked. He had seen that symbol before, on his uncle's uniform, on documentaries about war. It was a mark not given lightly. "You don't know what battles people have fought," Elena said, stepping forward, water dripping from her shoulders. "But you're about to learn respect." The boys froze. The steam felt suddenly suffocating. To that night, whispers rippled through the campus. Who was Elena Rivera really, and why did she bear the mark of warriors? But Elena didn't care about rumors. She carried heavier shadows, memories of deserts, gunfire, and nights filled with silence and loss. The boys had seen only a crest. They hadn't seen the scars. The next morning, the 3 boys couldn't meet her eyes in the cafeteria. Jason, usually loud and arrogant, sat in silence. But the incident had awakened something on campus, curiosity mixed with fear. It wasn't long before a professor, Dr. Hayes, approached Elena privately. "Ems. Rivera," he said gently. "That tattoo, is it what I think it is?" Elena's jaw tightened. She had hoped to keep her past hidden, to blend into the blur of ordinary life. But secrets had a way of surfacing. "Yes," she said finally. "I served. Special Forces. 4 years. Hayes's eyes widened. "At your age. I enlisted early. Life didn't give me many choices," Elena replied, her voice flat, almost rehearsed. "When you grow up with nothing, you take the path that gives you purpose. Mine was the military." A word spread, as rumors do, but this time it wasn't mockery. It was awe. Jason, Mark, and Ryan, however, carried a different weight. Shame. They couldn't erase what they had done. Jason especially wrestled with it. At night, he replayed the look in Elena's eyes, the calm steel of someone who had faced death and lived. Finally, he found her in the library one evening, sitting alone at a corner desk. "Elena," he began, voice unsteady. I need to apologize." She looked up, her expression unreadable. "What you and your friends did was humiliating," she said. "Not just for me, for you. Because it showed the world who you really are." Jason swallowed hard. "I know. And I'm sorry. I didn't understand. I didn't know what you've been through." Elena closed her book softly. "That's the point, Jason. You never know what someone's been through, which is why respect should never have to be earned through scars or symbols. It should be given freely." Silence lingered. Then, in a rare gesture, Elena's voice softened. "I don't need your apology, but I hope you change, not for me, for the next person you decide to laugh at." Jason nodded, shame heavy on his shoulders. For the first time in his life, he felt small in the presence of someone, not because of strength or popularity, but because of quiet resilience. The weeks passed. The boys did change, slowly, awkwardly, but sincerely. Jason began defending others instead of mocking them. Mark started volunteering with veterans groups after hearing more of Alina's story. And Ryan, once quick with cruel jokes, found himself silenced by the memory of that Crest. Alina remained distant, but there was a shift. People no longer whispered, "Weird." When she passed, they whispered, "Respect." One evening, as the sun set over the campus, Elena stood alone at the edge of the track field. She traced the outline of the Crest on her back with her fingertips, remembering fallen comrades, remembering why she bore it. Her whispered words carried into the wind. "They mocked me once, but they'll never mock another. Not while I'm here."